Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on 90 Day Fiance, Season 9, Episode 7. It's Me or the Bikini. This is my advice to Guillermo, Cobin, Binium, and Shida. They should get married. They should get their green card, and then they should go their own way. That's my advice to them. Okay? All right, let's get started. First, it's Muhammad and Eve. Okay. Muhammad and Eve are about to walk out the door to go meet her friends for dinner. And Muhammad tells Eve that he can see her underwear through her skirt. So she puts on a longer jacket that would cover her butt. And I agree with him. I can't stand to see panty lines. I can't stand it. It's horrible. It's hideous. It's ugly. But me, I wouldn't put on a jacket. I would just go commando. That's it. Problem solved, right? Okay, so they get to the restaurant and she introduces him to her friends and they decide to do a group hug. That wouldn't be me. I'm not doing no group hug. I just met you. A handshake is all you get for now. Why are they doing a group hug? And he looks uncomfortable too. He doesn't look happy with that. So, Mahogany. Muhammad said in his confessional that Eve's friends are weird. I agree with him. He said they purposely have their boobs out to test him because he's Muslim, and he's right. That's exactly what they did. And then these heifers, they're asking him inappropriate questions. Heifer number 1, after sipping her wine, she's going to ask him, do you mind us having wine? She's going to sip the wine, and they said, do you mind us having wine? She don't give a shit if he minds her having wine or not. And he says, no, I don't care what the hell you drink. Drink goat's blood for all I care. He didn't say that, but that's what I'm saying. Who gives a damn what you drink? Ain't nobody kissing you. He's not going to be sticking his tongue down your throat. Drink whatever the hell you want to drink. Heifer number 2 asked him if he had any girlfriends before Eve. He said yes, but she broke up with him when she found out he didn't have any money. Heifer number 3 asked him what did he think when he found out Eve was doubled his age. That's some shade on her friend. What kind of friend is that? He said she's still pretty. I love how cool and calm he is. I love that. Heifer number 3 asked him if he has ever been intimate with other women. How dare you ask him questions like this? He said no. And Eve is just sitting there like a moron, allowing them to do this to him. Heifer number 3 asked him how did he know what to do since he's never done it before. She asked him if he watched porn. And he looked at her, he said, I know what to do. I knew what to do. In his confessional, he said, we don't ask questions like this in Egypt. Muhammad, we don't ask questions like this in America either. These are just some dumb heifers, drunk on red wine. Disrespecting you, that's what they're doing. Anyway, he said, we don't ask questions like this in Egypt. And he says he doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be sitting at this table while they're asking him these disgusting questions. But he said he's there for Eve. But Eve ain't there for you because she's sitting there allowing them to treat you like this. They are some uncouth heifers. So the torture for Muhammad is not done yet. It continues. Heifer number 1 asked him how did he meet Eve? And she already knows this. So I don't know why she's asking him this question. And he basically said he snuck in her DM. Heifer number 2 said in her picture she was wearing a bikini and now she can't wear a bikini. He didn't answer that, but we'll get to that later. Heifer number 3 asked him if he is freaked out if he's freaked out by heifer number 1 and heifer number 2's breasts because they had their breasts all out. So then Muhammad puts them in their place. He said, I don't care about any of you hoes. I only care about my wife. Well, he didn't say hoes. This is crooked. He didn't say hoes, but he said he don't care about that. He cares about his wife. He don't care about what they're wearing. He don't care about them having their damn breasts out. He cares about his wife having her breasts out. He said, y'all can drink whatever the hell y'all want to drink. Y'all can have y'all breasts out if y'all want to have your breasts out, as long as my wife ain't doing that. That's what he's saying. Dumbasses. Now, where was I? But then, I'm on Muhammad's side, and he gonna mess me up. Muhammad gonna say, well, heifer number 2 said, women over here cannot be controlled. And then Muhammad said, I don't know why women don't want to be controlled. Muhammad, I'm on your side now. Come on, stop. So now, if Eve marries him, she knows exactly what he wants. From a statement like that, she knows exactly what he wants. And she didn't say anything. She kept her mouth shut. So she knows she's going to be controlled if she marries this man. And she didn't deny it. She didn't, hey, wait a minute here. She didn't say shit. So this is what she wants. This is what she's going to get. So, hey, she fine with it. It's going to be her life. In his confessional, Muhammad said the heifers are stupid. He didn't call them heifers. I'm calling them heifers. He said her friends are stupid. I say the heifers are stupid because they have their saggy boobs hanging out, but they're judging him. He didn't say saggy boobs. I'm saying saggy boobs. Yeah, he said they have their boobs out. He said they're stupid. They have their boobs out, but then they're judging me. He's right. He is oh so right. So him and Eve, they leave the restaurant and they're driving back home. And Muhammad asked her if she think that what her friend said was nice. And she said, she said, you seemed okay. He said, no, I was not okay. Excuse me. He basically said that they disrespected him and he doesn't care what they think. And I don't blame him. He doesn't have to live with them. He don't have to see them every day. He ain't got nothing to do with them. They're her friends. They're her stupid ass friends. Then he tells her that when he told her about being able to see her underwear through her clothes, that was private between them. I agree with him. And she didn't say anything. He said it too. He said, you didn't say anything about it. But then when you get around your friends, you start talking about it. When he told her that he could see her underwear through her skirt, she said, okay, I'll put on a longer jacket. She didn't say anything about it. She didn't say, what? What are you talking about? She didn't say any of that. She just said, okay, I'll put on a jacket. But then when she get in front of her friends, she's going to throw him under the bus. And he said that too. And then he said to her, you told me you were going to change. And she said, I never said that. I call bullshit. I'm pretty sure she did, because the very first scene we saw with her, she was in her closet yanking out clothes that was too provocative, too sexy. She was changing right there for him. She said she's going to take out these clothes because they're too sexy and Muhammad don't want her wearing sexy clothes. So if she didn't say she was going to change, why was she rearranging her closet and getting rid of clothes that was too sexy if she didn't say she was going to change? Lying heifer. Then she said she was going to stop eating pork. You're changing for him. Then she said she's not going to drink alcohol. You're changing for him. So I'm pretty sure she told him that she was going to not drink alcohol, not eat pork, and not wear provocative clothes. So you did tell me you were going to change for him. She's a lying heifer. I can't stand Eve. I can't stand that heifer. Then he brings up the bathing suit thing. Apparently, she said she wasn't going to wear any more bikinis. Not bathing suits. She said she wasn't going to wear any more bikinis. She told him she wasn't going to wear any more bikinis. And he brings that up. He said, you told me you weren't going to wear any more bikinis. And she ended up wearing a bikini somewhere. And she said, it's a pandemic. I can't be going out here shopping for one-piece suits. Then shop online. Shop online for a one-piece suit. You don't have to go out and shop. shop online. She's so full of crap. Full of crap. Her stories are full of holes. And then he said, you agreed. You agreed to change. And then when you get around your friends, it's a different story. He told her, he said, you promised you wasn't going to wear any more bikinis. And she's talking about, oh, I'm not going to go out and shop for a one piece because it's a pandemic. But then she didn't deny it. When he said, you promised you wasn't going to wear any more bikinis, she didn't deny that. She didn't deny it. Instead, she says, who cares about a bikini? She's full of shit. And then he said, you're going to choose a bikini over me? But then when her friends brought up the bikini, she never said, you know what, we decided that I wasn't going to wear any more bikinis. She could have said that to her friend when her friend brought up the bikini incident. The friend said, you met her wearing a bikini and now she can't wear a bikini. She should have put her friend in check and said, well, I agreed that I wasn't going to wear any more bikinis. But she didn't. She just threw him under the bus. But anyway, that's the end of Eve and Muhammad. Next is Guillermo and Cara. Guillermo and Karma. And Cara. Guillermo and Cara. Why do I have a hard time saying their names? Anyway, so Guillermo and Cara are driving to her... I guess she's having a high school reunion and they're driving to the venue because she's going to decorate the venue with these balloon decorations. In her confessional, Cara is bragging that she was the treasurer in her high school, and she was the homecoming queen, and she was the cheerleader. Excuse me. I think she still thinks she's in high school because she's dating people that's young enough to, they look like they're young enough to be in high school. Even her friend says she robs the cradle. So she's dating young guys that look young enough to be in high school. She's like that teacher, Mary Lou Letourneau, the teacher, the pretty young teacher. Well, she wasn't that pretty. Young teacher that had sex with her minority student, got sent to jail and got out of jail and was caught in a parking lot in a truck having sex with him again by the cops, went to jail again, got out of jail, married him, and had a bunch of kids with him, and I think now they're divorced. That's who she is. She's like a Mary Lou Letourneau. Anyway, I guess he's going to be her helper for the day because she's telling him what he needs to do. As they get to the school, they're blowing up the balloons with the machine. And they're bumping heads. They can't agree on anything. And then they start to talk about her high school boyfriend coming to the event. And after they did the decorations, she did her little balloon decorations. I think they look like crap. They look like crap. It looked like a 5-year-old did it. It's just a bunch of balloons grouped up together, glued together. It's a mob of balloons just stuck together. It doesn't look good to me. I wonder if they paid her for that. I hope not. So he wanted to give the extra balloons to kids. And she, start popping the balloons and she throw them in the trash. She doesn't respect him or his ideas or his opinion or nothing. She said, you want us to go find kids to give these balloons to? We don't have time for that. That's what she said. She told him. So at the reunion, we get it's later on that day and they're at the reunion. And Miss Popular, she's hugging all her friends and talking to all her friends. And poor Guillermo, he's sitting at another table with some other people, talking to some other people. She's just ignoring him. She's not introducing him to her friends. He's just there. Then her ex-boyfriend, Chris, shows up. And I don't know what kind of style. I don't know. I can't look at him and tell what type of person he is. Because, okay, he's wearing a yellow baseball hat. He has a ponytail. He has an earring, little loop, silver earrings in both ears. He got a little bit of hair on the top lip. He got a little bit of hair on his chin. He has 2 thick gold necklaces on, like rappers do. He has on a black t-shirt. He has tattoos on his arms. And he has on something that looks like a vest, but it's not a vest. I don't know what it is. Anyway, he hugs Cara, and then he sits down, and they talk. And Guillermo, he's sitting at another table with some other people. I don't know why. But she points to him and she said, "That's my fiance over there," is what she tells Chris. In her confessional, Kara said that in high school, Chris was a jock, but now he is a rapper. That's why he got the gold chains on. He got bangles on too, or gold chains on his wrist. He got rings on his fingers. I don't know. Then her and Chris, they're talking, and Chris reminds her how her mother caught them after prom having sex. So they chit chat, and he tells her he wants her to sing on one of his songs. So then she calls Guillermo over and introduces him to Chris. And Guillermo, he's like me. He doesn't know what the hell Chris is wearing. He doesn't know what type of, his getup looked ridiculous. He looks like a freaking clown. Anyway, Guillermo asks Chris how was the relationship with Kara. And Chris says it was crazy. He said Kara is controlling. Chris told him that he needs to say no to her. If he doesn't agree with her, he needs to say no to her because she's very controlling. Chris told Guillermo that they were madly in love. They were up each other's butt. That's how much in love they were. So Guillermo asks them what happened. Why did they break up if they were so in love? What happened? And Chris said that he was in college. He came back home on a break. They were lying in bed. Kara's phone went off. Kara was asleep and he was awake. So he looked at her phone and she had text messaged some guy about how amazing his kiss was. So Chris said he woke her up and showed her the phone and asked her, "What is this?" Then he threw the phone and left. He said that's how they broke up. Chris said he never trusted another woman again after that. And now poor Guillermo, he's scared. He's like, damn, is she going to cheat on me too? He's scared. Okay, so the next day, Kara and Guillermo, they're taking down the balloons from the venue. They're just popping them. So, after a while, they start talking about Kara cheating on Chris. And Kara is such a lying heifer. Everybody's a heifer, right? She said she forgot that she had cheated on him. How do you forget cheating on somebody? This love of your life. Y'all was so in love. And you forgot that that's how y'all broke up. You cheated on him. I kind of don't blame her though. But she shouldn't have been in a relationship with somebody he's away at school. You're in one state. Or I'm thinking they were in different states because he came back home, he said, during a break from college. So why were they still in a relationship that long distance? And they're both young and attractive. Why were they still in a relationship? They should have broken up when he went away to college. Why is she going to be in a relationship with him? How does he think that she's so cute and flirty and popular, cheerleader, homecoming queen, that she was going to be faithful to you? And she's popular. How did you think she was going to be faithful to you? Anyway, she said she don't remember cheating on him, which I know it's a lie. Even Guillermo said, that's a lie. That sounds like a lie. How do you forget that you cheated on somebody? He called her out. He said that to her. Kara said, it wasn't important. It was insignificant or something like that, she said. So he asked her, how many times has she cheated on someone? And she lies again. She goes, twice probably. How many fingers is probably? This is 5. That's 2. That's 1. How many fingers is probably? You cheated 1 time. You cheated 2 times. She said twice probably. What the hell is probably? She cheated. Every single boyfriend she had, she cheated on. Just say that. I've cheated. Every single boyfriend I've cheated on. Twice, probably. Just say twice and be done with it. Why you say probably? Oh, then she said she was only 17 and 18 when it happened. And he told her he hoped she won't do it again. And she said that was 10 years ago. What does that mean? A cheater is a cheater. Doesn't matter when you cheat. If you cheat when you're in your teenage years, or if you cheat when you're in your 20s, 30s, a cheater's a cheater. Anyway, he said in his confessional, if she cheats on him, he's going to leave her. And I hope so, Guillermo. I hope so. Okay? Because you can do way better than her. And so they're talking about her being controlling. And she somehow flip it around and said that she needs to learn how to listen. And that's enough with them. I'm tired of them. That's enough. Guillermo and Cara. Enough of them. Next up, it's... I'm hot. Put on the fan. The fan on. Okay. Next is Jabrie and Miona. Jabrie takes Miona to meet his grandmother. And Jabrie and Miona, they're that couple that dresses alike. They're both wearing these red checkered flannel shirts with white t-shirt, jeans, and sneakers. So it looks like the grandmother owns a farm, or she has a horse and a stable. And Jabrie said his grandmother is a wild lesbian feminist. And she has her hair colored, her gray hair colored blue. She don't play, do she? Go, Grandma. And she gives Miona a warm welcome. The grandmother said she had Miona mucking out the stall, but Miona asked her, "Can I help you to do something?" Poor Miona, she's trying to be nice. And the grandmother gave her a rake and said, "Hey, muck out the stalls." And she was mucking out the stalls, but she was afraid she was going to mess up her shoes or sneakers. So the grandmother asked Miona, how is it living with Jabrie's mother? And Miona tells her that Jabrie's mother has lots of rules and she doesn't want her wearing skimpy clothes around her hubby. I think a water bottle just fell. The fan, it didn't have much water in it, and the fan knocked the water bottle off the table. Anyway, yeah, she tells the grandmother that Jabrie's mom has a lot of rules and she doesn't want her wearing sexy clothes around her husband. So then they're talking, and then Jabrie tells his grandmother that he wants to get married on the farm. Or on her property, I guess. And Miona said, no, we are having a California beach wedding. And then the grandmother told Miona that it's not going to be easy for everybody to travel to California. But Grandma, did you get an invitation? Are you invited to this wedding? I don't know if you're going to be invited to this wedding. She's talking about, oh, it's not going to be easy for everybody to travel to California. Who got wedding invitations? She's just inviting herself. It don't mean you're invited, Grandma, because you're the grandma. It don't mean you're invited because you're family. So anyway, next scene is they're back at the house. In his confessional, Jabrie said it is tense in the house with Miona and his mother, but of course. Jabrie tells Miona that he has to go to Chicago to do music with his band. And David, he gives her the choice whether to go with him to Chicago or stay there in South Dakota at his mom's house. And she's like, I'm not staying here at your mother's house by myself. Are you crazy? He's crazy, right? So he said, well, if you come with me to Chicago, you got to be nice to David. You got to be nice to David. And she said, well, if he's rude to me, I'm going to be rude back to him. If he disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect him. And he's like, no, you can't do that. So she promised to be cordial to David. She promised to be cordial to him. And Jabrie tells her that he's trying to please everybody and it's super hard. So then Miona tells him that I've done everything for you. I've given up my job. I've given up my family. I've given up my country. I gave everything up and come here to be with you. Now I'm following you to Chicago and you can't give me a beach wedding? Hey, she's right. I agree with her. She said, you get everything you want, but I get nothing. I need to get my beach wedding. And then Jabrie says he's tired of her on this beach wedding, California beach wedding stuff. And then he gets annoyed and he leaves out. And that's the end of Jabrie and Miona. Next up, it's Colby, Emily, and Cobin. Yeah, I'll give the little baby his own little segment because that baby off the hook. So we see Emily and Colbin. They go to wake up Colby because they slept in a bed together and Colby slept in another room in another bed by himself. So they go to wake up Colby. And of course, Colbin is fussy. So guess what Emily does? Of course, she gives him the tit. She gives him her tit to suck on because he's fussy. Whenever he goes, she gives him the tit. She gives him the tit. I asked my sister, I said, when do you think a baby should stop nursing, sucking on the breast? I'm not saying he shouldn't get breast milk. Pump the breast milk out in a put it in the bottle and give it to the baby that way. So I asked her, when do you think the baby should stop sucking the tit? She goes, when they get teeth, because she think that they can bite down on the breast and really hurt the mother. I say, as soon as they can hold a bottle, that's when they should come off the tit. She said as soon as they get teeth. But that baby does have teeth. I saw 2 little baby teeth. I did. So that baby needs to, according to me and my sister, that baby needs to come off the tit. I'm not saying he shouldn't get breast milk. He should get breast milk. If she wants to give him breast milk, yes. But he needs to stop sucking on her tit. Okay? He's too old for that. That's what I'm saying. Okay? That's my opinion. Okay? Anyway, yeah. He's fussy, so she gives him the tit. Then all 3 of them, they go brush their teeth. Then Colby is trying to change Cobin's diaper, and it's a big production. Emily is being bossy, Colby is fumbling around, lost, and Cobin is being fussy. And it's a big production. It's a big to-do about changing the diaper. It's a big shit show. So next, they're going for a drive, and Colby wants to drive, and Emily says, hell no, you ain't driving my car. Not with my baby in this car. And Emily, it's either her way or the highway. So he tells her he is not pleased with her. And she said she don't give a shit. She said, I don't care. I'm driving my car with my baby. I'm not trusting you to drive this car with my baby in it. That's what she told him. And I don't understand why people get into these toxic relationships and stay in these toxic relationships. Anyway, so she's driving and she's showing him her hometown, and he's not impressed. He wants to go to New York or Miami, or he wants to go to a nice big city where he can see. He don't want to be driving down some street, some dry street. There's a house right there, no people walking around, nothing going on. It's just dead and dry. He don't want that. So she's showing him houses, nice big houses. He ain't impressed. He don't want to see no. I'm cold now. He don't want to see no nice big house. He want to see the sights. He wants to see the lights, the big cities, And I don't blame him. That's what I want to see too. Right around her dry town, she goes, there is a nail salon. There is a hair salon. He said, do they have any clubs? He said, no, but we have bars. You want to go to the club and dance and party. She said, no, we ain't got no clubs up in here. We got bars. You can go to a bar maybe and have a drink. One drink. She didn't say all that, but, Anyway, where was I? So he asked her, how long will it be before she can sleep with him in the bed? And she says, until Cobin stopped nursing. And he said, when will that be? And she said, I don't know. So I'm telling Colby to run. Run, Colby, run. Don't stay there. Next scene, they get back to the house, and of course, Cobin is fussy, and of course, Emily gives him her tit to suck on. Then she gives him to Colby and he starts to bawl. He does bawl and screaming the house down because she claims she has to go to work. Where she go to work, I don't know. So she leaves out. And Emily's mother is trying to give Cobin a bottle, and he pushes it away, and he's crying. He don't want that. And this baby's having a fit, and poor Colby, he's holding him. He's walking around with him. He's holding him and trying to shake him and trying to soothe him and everything, but he just crying the house down. He finally stops, and thank the Lord. 5 hours later, we see him and Cobin on the floor playing with his toys. And then Emily comes home, and Colby tries to give Cobin some nuts. And Emily had to let him know, you can't give him that. He will choke. And Colby doesn't agree, but then he also doesn't like the way Emily is talking to him. But I think she talked to him nice that time. She didn't really talk to him in a condescending way. But yeah, he has to be careful. You can't give that baby nuts. Anywho, that's the end of Cobin, Colby, and Emily. Next up, it's Binium and Ariella. So we see Binium and Avi playing ball in the apartment. He is in his cute little dashiki outfit. Avi is in his cute little dashiki outfit, little short set Avi is such a happy baby. He is adorable. Compared to Cobin, Avi is a gem. Oh, I wish we could just show Binium and Avi the whole scene. Forget Ariella. Forget Ari. Don't show her. Just show Binium and Avi. Anyway, Ariella starts talking to Binium. She said that she's upset that he wants to move to New York, and he decides to keep the peace. He said, "Hey, this is your country. Let's do what you want to do." He's gonna keep the peace. Good job, Binium. Keep the peace until you get that green card. Next, Binium goes to FaceTime with his sisters, Mimi and Wish the wine thrower in the face. Wine face thrower, or whatever you want to call her. He goes to FaceTime with them. So his sister asks him if everything is okay. And he asks them, why did they spill wine on Ariella? Spill wine. They ain't spilled no wine on her. They threw that wine in the damn girl's face. So they said, well, we spilled wine on her. Let them just spill wine on her. We spilled wine on her because she didn't want to see us anymore after we took care of her and Avi. They said the wine made her drunk. The wine made Ari drunk. And they all laughed, including Binium. Then he says to them, take it easy. She's your sister-in-law. No, she's not your sister-in-law. Y'all ain't married. So he tells them that he is going to meet the rest of the family later, and he's worried. He's worried because of all the problems him and Ari has. He tells his sisters that where they live is expensive. And they tell him to tough it out until he gets stable, and then he can come back, and then he wait till he get, tough it out until he gets stable, or come on home, is what they're telling him. So Binium tells them that in 90 days, he is going to sign marriage papers with Ari. He said if things get bad, they don't get married, then he'll come home to his country and leave Avi. Then he'll have to. If things get bad between him and Ari, he has to come back to his country and leave Avi, is what he said. So his sisters suggest that Binium stay with Ari, get his green card, and if their relationship don't work out, then he can travel back and forth from his country to the States, and then that way he'll be able to see Avi. And that's good. Yeah, stay with her and try and tough it out, and if it doesn't work out and you do get your green card, then you can come back and forth because then you have a green card. I think that's how it can work. And I think that's a good plan. He just has to be her lapdog for 90 days. That's all. Next scene, they are on their way to meet Ari's family for dinner. Ari is telling Binium that her siblings are going to be tough on him. And I don't know why. Why is it their business? Everything seems to be going good. Why will they stir up the pot and try to, start trouble? Don't do that. Things are going well. Leave the shit alone. Anyway, they get to the restaurant and Binium greets them. He greets all of them, and they're giving him the stink eye a little bit. And it's uncomfortable. So the sister asks Binium about an argument that she heard through the wall that he had with Ari. And that's none of her business. She's a freaking eavesdropping little heifer. Everybody's a heifer, right? She's an eavesdropping heifer. This happened, what, a year ago? And now she's bringing up an old argument that happened a year ago? And it's none of her business. What the hell? Does she want him to go back in time and change shit? What does she want him to do? They're here now, trying to make it better, trying to, make your relationship better. And she wants to bring up some old shit that happened a year ago? She's an idiot. It's none of her business. So Binium feels attacked. So he said he was lonely. And so when Ari and Avi left, he was lonely. So he called up friends to come, hang out with him. And then he gets teary-eyed. And then Ari, she feels sad for him. So she hugs him. Because she knows, she feels like shit. Why is your sister bringing this up when y'all have decided now to leave the past behind and start fresh? But she's bringing up old shit that happened a year ago. That has nothing to do with her. But the sister is still talking shit. She said to Binium, She said, you're never there. When they were in Ethiopia, she would call Ari and he was never there. So what? Why is that your business? This happened a year or two ago. It's none of your business. What do you want him to do? Well, he's here now. He's here now. So what? So Binium tells them that he wants to be a fighter. And the father said, no, I'd rather you do your dancey video. Do another video. So the father's seen the dancey video. I like that video. I really like that video. But he can be anything. He can be a dance class instructor. He can teach fitness. He can be a fitness trainer. He can teach aerobics class. He can do all kinds of things. And then the ridiculous mother gonna ask Binium who's gonna pay the bills. How the hell is she asking him who's gonna pay the bills when she knows he can't work yet? He can't just go out there and find a job. Your daughter is the one that needs to go get a job. Ask your daughter about who's going to pay the bills. And you're the one that got a 2-bedroom expensive apartment with cable for a whole year. Your name is on that lease. So maybe you need to pay that bill. You made all these decisions to get a 2-bedroom apartment and get cable for a year. So your name is on the lease. Their name is not on the lease. They can go find another apartment if they want to. And then you're stuck with 2 apartments. How about that, lady? And then stupid ass Binium tells the poor baby, he's nervous and he doesn't know what he's saying. He tells the family that he can get, Ari can get him a green card, and if they split up, because that'd be good for him. But he's not saying it the right way. He's probably saying, you know, I don't know what he's saying, but he's not saying it the right way. And it makes it seem like he's a opportunist. And Ari said, that's if I marry you. And he said, me too. And that was the end of Binium and Ari. Last but not least is Shida and Bilal. Now let me tell you. The nurse hand you your baby, your sweet little baby, in the hospital you seen your baby for the first time. You push the baby out. The nurse clean the baby up. They smack the baby on the butt. The baby cries. And the nurse clean the baby up and hands you your beautiful little baby. And you look at this baby and you say, I'm going to name this baby Blah. Yeah, I'm going to name my baby Blah. I guess it's a Muslim name. I don't know. But who wants to name their child Blah, Blah, Blah? So anyway, this is Shida and Blah. We see them out together having fun. Nobody's fighting. Nobody's slapping anybody upside the head. They're having a good time with each other. They're holding hands and they're walking. And he takes her on a gondola ride. I'm sorry, I have sinus problems. So I keep doing, I have sinus problems. Sorry. Okay, in her confessional, Shida said that Blah is romantic. Romantic? So he's so romantic, he picked you up in this disgusting white van from the airport. He's so romantic, he let you sleep in this disgusting house your first night in the States. That's so romantic. Anyway, they're talking about being married and being happy and finding love, blah, blah, blah. And she tells him that he is the right person for her, and he doesn't say it back. He just sits there, yep. He doesn't say it back. He's such an ass. That's why his name is Blah. That's why his name is Blah. Because he's an ass. He wants her on her toes. He wants her to be up his ass. That's what he wants. He wants her to just think that this is the best life for her, and she's just so happy, and she's going to do everything to please him. That's where he wants her. He wants her here so that he can be up here. That's what that is. That's what that is. So she tells him that she wants kids. And you know what he says? We have to get to know each other better first. She doesn't mean she wants kids right here, right now. She means after we get married, I want us to have kids. He's like, we have to get to know each other better before we have kids. He's such an ass. I'm done with them. I'm done. That's the end of Blah and Shida. This is the end of my review. I will be back next week with another review. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.